is Kat, and today I want to talk about my most anticipated book releases of 2016. So it's January 3rd, and my list of books I want to read this year is already out of control. I will talk more about my personal reading goals and plans for this year in my January TBR video, which is coming soon, but for this video, for now, I just want to focus on the book releases of 2016 that I am most eagerly anticipating. But first, a quick disclaimer. The information that I'm about to share with you is accurate as of January 3rd, 2016, but you guys know the publishing industry, they love to keep you on your toes and change things up. So some of these release dates or titles or covers may change, and that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. So if you're watching this in September and one of these books got pushed back into 2017, that seems really far away. You probably don't need to leave me a comment telling me that information, because I probably already know, and I'm probably already upset about it, because who likes waiting for books? I mean, I don't hate waiting for books, like I have a lot of other stuff to read, and you know, I want the book to be the best it can be, so if the author needs to take some more time to write it, I am now on a tangent. Anyways, let's just get into the books that are probably coming out this year that I cannot wait to read. So first up, I have here Passenger by Alexandra Bracken, and this is coming out on January 5th. This is the first book in what is going to be a duology, and it's kind of like a treasure hunt through time, which sounds amazing. I'm actually currently reading it. It is my first read of 2016, and I'm already enjoying it. It's also the Booksplosion Book of the Month pick for January, so I'll put more info about all that down below, and I will definitely be talking more about this book in upcoming videos, so stay tuned for that. The next release on my list here is Morningstar by Pierce Brown, which is coming out February 9th. This is the third and final book in the Red Rising trilogy, and I don't think I'm ready to read it. Like, I'm going to read it as soon as I get my hands on it, but my mental state post me reading this book will probably not be at its peak. I'm not going to talk about the synopsis because it is the third book in a series, but I did do book talks for book 1 and book 2, so I'll link those down below if you want to watch those and learn a little bit more. Basically, this series is epic and crazy and intense and crazy, and I know I said crazy twice because it's that crazy. Next up here is A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab, and this one is coming out on February 23rd. This is the sequel to A Darker Shade of Magic, which was one of my favorite books of last year. I just love this world and these characters, and at the end of the first book there was a little hint of like a plot point to come, and I just really want to see how that pans out. Next up is a book that was featured in my anticipated releases of 2015 video, but then it didn't come out in 2015, so here we are again, talking about Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in a new series that also takes place in the Shadowhunter world, but we follow different main characters than in the Mortal Instruments or the Infernal Devices. I am already quite attached to the main characters of this book, so yeah, I think my high expectations are going to be met, and I'm very excited about that. Next up, I have here The Winner's Kiss by Marie Rutkowski, and this is out on March 29th. This is the third book in the Winners trilogy, and I'm not going to talk about the synopsis at all, but I love the first two books. Like, I just talked about this in my favorite books of 2015 video. This series surprised me with how much I loved it and how attached I grew to the characters, so I cannot wait for this finale. And can we take a quick moment to appreciate that this is the cover? Like, they were gonna change the cover, but then they decided not to, so we're getting matching covers. I'm very excited about that, but more than that, I'm very excited to read this finale, and I I hope everything turns out okay. Next up is another book that was originally going to come out in 2015, so I talked about it in my 2015 releases video, but it's actually coming out in 2016, like for real this time, guys. We are finally getting The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater, which is out on April 26th. This is the fourth and final book in the Raven Cycle Quartet, and I cannot wait to read this, even though I know it's going to break me. Like, we all know what's gonna happen in this book. Maggie Stiefvater has been building up to it and talking about it on social media, like, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna hurt, but we're gonna like it. Maybe, I don't know, it might hurt more than we like it, but I am still very, very, very excited to read this book. Next up, I have here A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, and this is out on May 3rd. This is the sequel to A Court of Thorns and Roses, which I loved, and I am especially excited for this second installment in the series because of some characters and events and deals that were made at the end of the first book that I know are gonna come into play in this next book. So very, very excited about everything that's gonna be happening here, because I think my theories are right. Like, I'm pretty sure that I have chosen the correct horse in this race. I'm on the right ship in this harbor. Team Rysand. Next up here is The Hidden Oracle, book 1 in the Trials of Apollo series by Rick Riordan, and it's coming out on May 3rd. The god Apollo has been turned into a mortal 16-year-old boy as punishment, and I'm sold. I'm super sold. We're getting back to the Greek mythology. We're gonna see Percy again. I know, because there was an excerpt in which Percy was there. So I'm excited. Like, we got Percy, we got Apollo, it's Rick Riordan. What is not to love? And next up is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab, which is coming out on June 7th. This is the first book in what I believe is going to be a duology. I'm not 100% sure there. I love Victoria's writing and her world building and her characters, and just basically I love her books. So yeah, very excited to read this one. It sounds pretty dark, which I love, so bring on the darkness. Next up, I have here A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir, which is coming out on August 30th. This is the sequel to An Ember in the Ashes, which I read last year and loved, and I need the sequel. Like, the first book ends at a point where you need a sequel, and this is the sequel, and we have to wait until the end of August to get to it, but believe you me, I will be getting to it. Next up, I have here Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, and this is out on September 22nd. This is the sequel to Six of Crows and the conclusion to that duology there. I loved Six of Crows. I love the world and the cast of characters and the heist plotline, and I feel like we have another heist to go on in this next book. So I'm just assuming that more awesomeness is in our future when we read Crooked Kingdom. Next up, I have here Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, and this is out on September 27th. Now, all of the books I'm talking about in this video I'm very excited to get to, but I'm probably most excited about this one right here, because it's Laini Taylor. Laini Taylor is one of my favorite authors of all time. Like, I just love her writing style, and we haven't gotten a book from her since the conclusion of the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, so I'm very excited for this one. I'll try to be more coherent moving forward, but I make no promises. Next up, I have here The Hammer of Thor by Rick Riordan, which is out on October 4th. This is the second book in the Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard series, and also the second book from Rick Riordan that's coming out in 2016. I'm actually still reading The Sword of Summer, book 1. But don't worry, I'm gonna finish it soon, and I'm really enjoying it. It's super fun and hilarious, and I love that Rick Riordan went back to the first person point of view, because I feel like that's where his humor really shines, and it's just, It's great. Next up I have here Heartless by Marissa Meyer, which is out on November 8th. The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer is one of my favorite series of all time. And now she's coming out with a new retelling. In this one, we are going to Wonderland, and we're following the Queen of Hearts before she became the Queen of Hearts. Personally, I love a good villain backstory, and this just sounds fantastic, especially in the hands of someone like Marissa Meyer. I am all about this. Next up is a book that does not have a final title, nor cover, nor release date, but I'm still crazy excited for it, and that is the 5th book in the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. Hopefully this book is indeed coming out this fall. Like, I believe that is its current schedule, but the fact that we don't have any real information has me a bit nervous. Like, at least we're getting the sequel to A Court of Thorns and Roses. Like, we are getting a Sarah J. Maas book this year, for sure. I just really want 2 or more, but I'll settle for 2. And finally, I have one more book that I don't really know anything about. Like, title, cover, release date, I don't know. But it's supposed to be coming out in fall 2016, and I'm very much looking forward to the sequel to Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I loved Illuminate. It was such a cool book, and it was the first book in a series, so we are getting another installment, hopefully, in fall of this year, and I'm very, very much looking forward to that. Alright, there you have it! Those are the 16 releases of 2016 that I personally am most looking forward to. Obviously, there are other books coming out in 2016 that I am looking forward to, but I will talk more about those in my releases video at the start of each month, because I'm still gonna do those, and like I said, there are a lot of great releases coming out this year, so I'm gonna have plenty of content, plenty of new releases to talk about. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below what your #1 most anticipated release of 2016 is. Like, only one. You get to choose one. What is your top #1? Or your top 3, or your top 5, or your top 16. Now, I did make a list on Goodreads of my most anticipated 2016 releases that features all of the books I mentioned in this video, as well as many, many more. So I'll leave that link down below if you want to check it out, give it a look-see. But that is gonna be it for this video today, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a lovely night and a wonderful 2016 reading year, and I will have another video up soon, so I will see you then. Goodbye! That's the day after my birthday, so get me this as a present. And then you don't need to, I'm gonna buy it for myself. It's pre-ordered, come on, who do you think I am? Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, which is coming out on a day, and it's coming out on October 4th. Yes, it is October 4th! Fuck yeah!